Dear student and all viewers, welcome to the channel English Literature and Linguistics, a channel for literature lover. I hope this video finds you all in your good health. The current video lecture is about a literary theory, feminism. This is the part 1 of this lecture. The content of this video is what is feminism, wares of feminism, types of feminism, themes of feminism, terms associated with feminism, prominent feminist writers, and while using feminism to criticize a literary work. In the part 1 of this lecture, we will discuss the first 3 topics, and the remaining topics will be discussed in the second part of this lecture in the coming video. So, what is feminism? What is feminism? What is its content? What is it about? What does it stand for? Let's know about it. The term feminism comprises varying social, political, and cultural movements, theories, and moral philosophies which are concerned with gender inequality and equal rights. As an ideology, feminism aims at understanding gender inequalities and focuses on power relationship between sexes. Feminism is about creating a world where gender does not limit opportunity or dictate status, benefiting everyone by eradicating harmful stereotypes and inequalities. Now we are going to look at what are the ways of feminism. Stay with me, please. The first wave, emerging in 1848 and lasting till 1919, its main concerns were civil and political rights of women, such as the right to vote, education, and marriage. Second wave of feminism, lasting from 1960 to 70s, and the second wave was about cultural and social areas such as reproduction rights, criticizing domestic violence, equality in employment and workplace. The third wave of feminism, emerging in 1990s, and it is a continuation of the first and second waves. The third wave of feminism was greatly focused on reproductive rights for women. Feminists advocated for a woman's right to make her own choices about her body and stated that it was a basic right to have access to birth control and abortion. A fight for the rights of trans persons were included as well. The fourth wave of feminism, starting in 2012, the fourth wave of feminism began about 2012 with a focus on sexual harassment, body shaming, and rape culture. Among other issues, a key component was the use of social media to highlight and address these concerns. Now we are going to discuss types of feminism. Types of feminism. Liberal feminism. It has the following key points. Nobody benefits from existing inequalities. Both men and women are harmed. Explanation for gender inequality lies not so much in structures and institution of society, but in its culture and values. Socialization in gender roles has the consequences of producing rigid and inflexible expectations of men and women. Discrimination prevents women from having equal opportunities. Liberal feminists do not revolutionary changes. They want changes to take place within the existing structure. The creation of equal opportunities is the main aim of liberal feminism, e.g. the Sex Discrimination Act and the Equal Pay Act. Liberal feminists try to eradicate sexism from the children's book and the media. Liberal feminism ideas have probably had the most impact of women's life. For example, mainstream has taken place. The next topic is radical feminism. The key points of radical feminism are the following. Radical feminism blames the exploitation of women on men. It is primarily men who have benefited from the subordination of women. Women are an oppressed group. Society is patriarchal. It is dominated and ruled by men. Men are the ruling class and women the subject class. Radical feminism states that rape, violence, and pornography are methods through which men have secured and maintained their power over women. Radical feminists have often been actively involved in setting up and running refuges for women who are the victims of male violence. Rose Milton distinguishes between two groups of radical feminism. Radical liberal feminists believe that it is both possible and desirable for gender differences to be eradicated or at least greatly reduced and aim for a state of androgyny in which men and women are not significantly different. Radical cultural feminists believe in the superiority of the feminine. According to Tom, radical cultural feminists celebrate characteristics associated with femininity such as emotion and are hostile to those characteristics associated with masculinity such as hierarchy. The various alternatives suggested by radical feminists include separatism, women-only communes, and matrifocal households. Some also practices political lesbianism and political celibacy as they view heterosexual relationship as sleeping with the enemy. Dear student, in the types of feminism, next come Marxist feminism. What Marxist feminism says, its main features are the following. Marxist feminism says that capitalism rather than patriarchy is principal source of women's oppression and capitalists as the main beneficiaries. Women's subordination plays a number of important functions for capitalism. Women reproduce the labor force for free, and women absorb anger, or women keep the husbands going. Since the husband has to support his family, he is more dependent on his job and he is less likely to demand wage increases. The traditional nuclear also performs the function of ideological conditioning that teaches the ideas that the capitalist class require for their future workers to be passive. The disadvantaged position of women is seen to be a consequence of the emergence of private property and their lack of ownership of the means of production. Marxist feminists are more sensitive to differences between women who belong to the ruling class and proletarian families. Marxist feminists believe that there is considerable scope for cooperation between working class women and men, that both can work together. In communist society, Marxist feminists believe that gender inequalities will disappear. Now, the next type of feminism is socialist feminism. Socialist feminists believe that women's liberation must be sought in conjunction with the social and economic justice of all people. They see the fight to end male supremacy as key to social justice, but not the only issue, rather one of many forms of oppression that are mutually reinforcing. And the next type of feminism is cultural feminism. Cultural feminism says that there is a female nature or male essence. Cultural feminism is the view that there is a male nature or female essence, attempts to revalue and redefine attributes ascribed to femaleness, but also used to describe theories that commend innate differences between women and men. And the last type of feminism is black feminism. Black feminism is a philosophy that centers on the idea that black women are inherently valuable, that black women's liberation is a necessity, not as an adjunct to somebody else's, but because our need as human persons for autonomy. Black feminist theory contends that black women have an acute understanding of the negative impact of sexism, racism, and class discrimination. And all viewers, thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed. See you in the next video.